On to Ghana now, which has become the first country to approve a new malaria vaccine developed by Oxford University. This is the first time that the shot has received regulatory approval anywhere in the world. The new vaccine has been approved for children of ages 5 to 36 months. This is because children pose the highest risk of death from malaria. And scientists hope that this first step will enable Ghanaian and African children to effectively combat the deadly disease. Why are new vaccines being developed for malaria? Well, that's because the malaria parasite has a rather complicated structure and life cycle, which has been delaying efforts to create effective vaccines. This new vaccine, called the R21, has gone through 30 years of research with the design and provision of a high-efficacy vaccine. Experts say the new vaccine is hugely effective as compared to the previous shots for malaria. How exactly is this vaccine different from the other vaccines? Well, this particular shot has a manufacturing advantage in which it can produce 200 million doses annually. It has an 80% effectiveness rate as compared to the 60% rate of other vaccine shots. The vaccine is much more affordable, as scientists say that it can be produced in a few dollars. But could the production of vaccines have been fast-tracked? Perhaps had malaria overwhelmed the hospitals of New York, Italy, Spain or China, perhaps the story would have been different. We sincerely hope that does not happen. But what we are trying to say is that for Africa, malaria is worse than COVID-19. Africa, the demand for a malaria vaccine there is mostly concentrated in sub-Saharan Africa, in which Ghana witnesses the death of a child every 1 minute due to malaria. And WHO estimates say that there could be a requirement of 110 million doses per year by 2036. Ghana has a population of over 31 million and records nearly 6 million cases of malaria. Every year, over 12,000 lives are lost to this deadly disease. Just that it's worse than COVID, because all of this is happening in Africa. That might be the reason it never makes it to the headlines around the world. But let's just take a closer look at how mosquitoes spread this deadly disease. First, a mosquito feeds on a person who is carrying the disease. Now takes place the transmission of the parasite, where the mosquito bites an uninfected person. The parasites enter the body and attack the liver. As the parasite matures, it starts infecting the red blood cells. And this is when people commonly develop symptoms. Vaccines are a lifesaver, and we have come a long way. We have defeated smallpox, polio, but there is still no long-term vaccine for tuberculosis. For West Nile, Zika, HIV, the malaria vaccine is a great start, but we still have a long way to go. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.